5,000 years ago, ancient texts describe an advanced metropolis standing on India's western coast. Lord Krishna is credited with its design, a city containing 900,000 palaces constructed with gold and silver, all organized in a sophisticated, pre-planned grid. Following the devastation of the Kurukshetra war, the city's fate took a dark turn. Gandhari, mourning her fallen sons, issued a curse against Krishna's lineage. Ancient accounts also tell of sages predicting a cataclysmic internal collapse, setting the stage for the city's end. The accounts claim that as soon as Krishna departed his earthly form, the ocean rose. In a single event, the Arabian Sea swallowed the capital, burying its wealth and architecture under the dark abyss. For centuries, the global historical establishment viewed this story as religious poetry. To the academic world, a golden city sinking into the sea was a fabrication, a tale with no basis in physical reality. The Mahabharata and the Puranas provided intricate details of the sea's harbors and streets, yet historians maintained these were purely literary inventions, dismissing the technical descriptions as part of a theological narrative. This created a divide. Millions continued to offer prayers to a city that the scientific community insisted was imaginary, simply because the ocean floor remained unexplored. The consensus began to shift in the early 20th century. Local fishermen reported spotting stone geometries beneath the waves, and pilots flying over the Arabian Sea noted straight-line formations on the seabed that resembled a submerged urban plan. In the 1970s, a 6th-century copper plate was uncovered belonging to King Simhaditya. The inscription explicitly documented that Lord Krishna had lived in this specific coastal region. Dr. S.R. Rao, a pioneer in marine archaeology, took these findings further in the 1980s. He chose to treat the ancient Hindu texts not as myths, but as actual geographical data points. Operating with minimal funding and rudimentary technology, Rao launched an expedition using local Navy divers. These teams had to manually scan the dark ocean floor, searching by hand for any physical evidence of a lost civilization. Rao's persistent search moved Dwarka from a religious mystery into a subject of formal scientific investigation, forcing a re-evaluation of the coastal topography. The ancient verses detailed massive protective walls surrounding the capital. 30 meters below the surface, Rao's team discovered 560-meter-long stone barricades, proving the existence of a man-made defense system. Where the texts described a bustling port, divers unearthed heavy three-holed stone anchors. This specific design indicated that the site once functioned as a sophisticated hub for international maritime trade. By the 2000s, the Archaeological Survey of India and the National Institute of Oceanography applied high-tech tools to the site, moving from visual diving to advanced sonar and sub-bottom profilers. Sonar mapping revealed a grid-like urban layout mirroring the Puranas. Carbon dating of the recovered artifacts challenged existing timelines. Samples dated back over 7,000 years, suggesting this civilization was active long before the Harappan rise. The physical characteristics of the ruins, the wall dimensions, the anchor designs, and the grid system consistently align with the technical descriptions found in the verses. If Dwarka was a physical, advanced civilization, what caused its total disappearance? The search for an answer led researchers to look beyond the supernatural. Scientists analyzed core samples from the Arabian Sea to reconstruct the ancient climate, investigating the sea level rise theory. Geological data shows a sharp 25-meter spike in sea levels during this period. This rapid rise and massive tsunamis matched the city's fall. Global evidence shows massive tectonic shifts and glacial melting simultaneously hitting Indonesia and the Caribbean. The curse, described by the ancients, was their way of documenting a devastating natural cataclysm that modern science is only now beginning to map. After 90 years of analyzing anomalies and verifying data points, the site's status has shifted. Dwarka is no longer confined to the pages of an epic. It is being studied as a tangible archaeological location. In 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi conducted a scuba dive to the sunken site. He laid peacock feathers among the underwater pillars, marking a formal recognition of the ruins. While the ancient capital remains submerged, a modern city of Dwarka thrives on the current coastline, serving as a living connection to the culture. This dive represented a civilization reconnecting with its physical origins, showing how long-held cultural traditions can preserve the location of a historical truth. The discovery of these ruins forces a reconsideration of what we call myth. Stories of gods and curses were often the technical language of the time, used to transmit the memory of real, earth-shaking events through the centuries. It raises the question of what other historical events are hidden beneath the sea, waiting for our technology to catch up with our stories. Human storytelling acts as a persistent repository of memory, carrying the core of a truth across millennia until we finally have the means to see it for ourselves.